It's me.
Run it back. You sound sad.
I'm not sad. Don't worry. What's up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And you'll never guess who's back on the podcast with me again today. Hey, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm doing good.
You're just basically my co-host at this point.
I'm down for it.
What can I say? Life is busy, and you happen to live here, so you're stuck with me.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm here for you. Anything you need.
Oh my God, I love that about you. But yeah, I obviously, well, is it obvious? Probably not. I just got back from a trip.
If you listen to last episode.
Yeah. Did I
It's
talk
obvious.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about packing and stuff. Oh, no, that was before Colorado.
That was our other trip.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I have just been traveling. I have just been, you can't keep me in one place. So yeah, it's probably not obvious, but I just got back from a trip. I don't think I posted jack shit about it. I've been doing this thing where I don't care about my Instagram.
So chic.
So yeah, it's way too cool. You guys should try it. But yeah, did you miss me?
Me?
Yeah.
Or are you talking to your listeners?
Oh, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, no, I missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you too.
Aw.
And yeah, you guys better have missed me too. You didn't even know I was gone? That's rude. Anyways, I went on vacation. Moral of the story is everyone missed me.
So true.
Yeah, I had a great time. I went to Austin, Texas. Have you been?
I haven't been. I need to go. I
I knew that about you, actually.
Yeah,
But for the fans. Yeah, no, it's a good spot. I actually really enjoyed it. Would I recommend going in the middle of June? Maybe not.
Okay. It was too hot.
It was hot.
Yep.
And I don't like being hot, which you guys all know. I've
heard
that.
I've heard it's like a little Madison, or a big Madison.
A big fat Madison. Yeah, I would agree. Just with Southern charm and a lot of old ladies in trendy ranch style ensembles.
You said you saw some cowboy boots too.
So many cowboy boots. The shopping was literally insane. If I hadn't been so goddamn hot, I think I would have been more in the mood to buy something. I actually feel really bad. I tried some clothes on at a reformation down there. Shouldn't have done it.
Oh.
I bought them.
Bogus.
But I tried it on in 2 sizes. So yeah, one of them obviously we did not purchase.
Got some Samantha sweat?
Yeah, very sweaty. But I'm feeling like that just has to be what you do in Texas. Like, I'm not the only one sweating.
Right.
So I'm just trying on sweaty clothes the whole time.
I wouldn't worry about it.
So yeah, we're not worrying about it. We've decided. But yeah, no, the shopping was literally so crazy. Like, I've never been in a boot shop quite like that. We went into like a very authentic. I mean, I think it was like touristy, but it was very charming. Like, too charming to be not authentic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel
yeah, like old boot store. It was insane. It was like huge, and it just had all these boots, and they ranged from like, I don't even know. I mean, they were nice. Cowboy boots are nice. Like, if you're gonna get real cowboy boots, they're gonna be nice ones. So they were like the cheaper, expensive ones, and then they had like a more curated, like cleanly merchandised room, and the boots were like thousands of dollars.
Whoa.
Yeah,
like just crazy leather or something, or
yeah,
just everything,
and like they weren't even like the ones that, like, there were some crazy ones with like rhinestones and shit, but those were in the cheaper section, and then these were just like clearly just like must be nice fucking leather. Yeah, no, it was really cool. It smelled awesome in there. There was like a bunch of people in bolo ties.
Hell yeah.
Really immaculate vibes. Very cool. Like, I don't consider myself to be, I don't know, it's like cowboy type of shit has never been something I felt the need to purchase. I mean, I went to like Country Jam and I bought boots at Ragstock, but I wasn't like wearing them around. But when you're down there, you just want some. Like, I felt the urge to make the purchase. I didn't. Also, because cowboy boots are like the worst thing in the actual whole wide world to break in. Like, nothing is.
Oh shit!
They're so uncomfortable. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I can get down with bolo ties.
I almost bought you a bolo tie.
Aw, you should have done it.
I wasn't sure if you would actually wear it.
Well, now next time you go, you know.
I think he would look great in a bolo. I almost bought myself a bolo tie. I don't know if you can wear them as like a necklace or something.
Yeah.
Molly was considering it. I mean, they look fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.
All right, we're getting James a bolo tie, everybody.
Yeah, it's on the docket.
But yeah, and then we also went to like a like I told you, the authentic hat store, and it was you get to like basically make a hat, and you go in there and there's feathers and ribbons and all sorts of things and different like starting point, like you can get a hat in any color you pretty much want. And then they like steam it and fit it to your fucking head. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool. And every single person who was in there working there looked cool as fuck. Like,
nice.
You just couldn't work there and not look so sick.
Yeah, it's like Texas
They all had their
Build-A-Bear.
hats on. They had like waxy mustaches, or like the chicks just looked like beautiful ranch woman, free spirits. Like it was just like amazing.
Oh my God.
And really interesting. Every single store that we went in, everyone in Texas burns incense, which I didn't know that was such a, like everywhere. Yeah. Restaurants, stores, the public restroom had an incense, like everyone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Really, really good smells everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about becoming a Southern Belle.
There you go.
Actually, I don't think that's the kind of Southern woman I would want to be. I would want to be the ranch woman, the free spirit.
Okay, cool.
Even I was like, so like even all the 60-year-old lady, like all of the older women just had like long hair and their flowy dresses and their like cute little belts, and they just looked amazing. I was like, I don't know. I'm not Southern. There's no part of me that feels tied to this, but I'm happy for them, and I almost want it for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had a blast.
That's awesome.
What else? It was just so sweet to see Molly's home. We were actually maybe going to record a podcast down there. I brought all of my things. Mm-hmm. But then we just were having a little bit too much fun to sit down and record a podcast.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm talking about it now that this is my version of reliving the fun. That's what we're doing.
Okay, I can dig it.
But yeah, no, it was literally so much fun. It was actually funny too, because I think TSA checked I checked my bag or whatever, and they like went through it both times. I'm feeling like it was because of my podcasting equipment.
Yeah.
You think so?
That could have been it, I guess. If
otherwise, there's just like dirty socks. I don't know what you could possibly.
Technology and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're suspecting you, huh?
And now I'm feeling gross because like I definitely just put all of my like gross, dirty clothes in there, and they went through them. Like
right
that's
on
disgusting.
top. Yeah.
But that's okay. It's on them and not me. So.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been so positive on here because I had a grand old time until I left. Actually, that's not true. On the way there, I ran into some issues as well. So I know we've already done like a traveling podcast because traveling sucks. But now we're doing a big time deep dive on airports because you know what fucking sucks? Airports.
So true.
Flying in general, big, huge pain in the ass. And I kind of forgot. Like next thing I want to do is a road trip. I'm tired of... Flying sucks.
Yeah. I'm down for a road trip.
When something bad happens flying, it sucks.
Yeah, it's like the end of the world.
If something bad happens on a road trip, it's your fault. You know, like you get a flat tire or maybe that's not your fault. I mean, it kind of is, though. You drove over something you weren't supposed to.
I guess. In some 100%. I think there are other situations that lead to a flat tire, but I get what you're going for.
Yeah, like somehow. At least you had something to do with it, you know?
I think it's just that you're like directly responsible for fixing it rather than like you can't fly a plane.
Well, you can't do anything. You can't find a solution.
Right. You're at their mercy.
Yeah. So when I was on my way in, I flew out of Madison. Thank you for dropping me at the airport. I love you so much.
You know, I got you.
The Madison airport, I love flying out of there because it's so small, easy. You can show up a half hour before your flight takes off. You're all set. I mean, it was literally so funny. Like I got there and I went up to the bag check or whatever because I wanted to check my bag because I'm a normal person who likes to bring normal sized liquids and who can't lift their bag over their arms like the rest of us.
And who just got a nice new big old suitcase from Marshall's.
From Marshall's, yeah. We love Marshall's. We went to TJ Maxx first. Bad selection. Marshall's hooked it up.
They had like literally 3 suitcases at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, and one of them was like one of those really ugly... oh my god, now I can't think of the designer. She does like flowers and stripes at all times. Everything is floral and striped.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like black and white stripes with flowers and not in a good way.
Yeah.
You would always know which one was yours, and so would everyone else, and they'd be like, "That's the girl with the ugly suitcase."
Damn.
You don't want to be that girl. So yeah, Marshall's was the spot. So I really wanted a suitcase that was going to be in between like the carry-on size and then fat as fuck, because I have one of those huge ones. Obviously, I brought a huge one with me to London. Like, you could fit in there, you know?
Yeah.
And a few of my things as well.
Yeah, it was massive.
It's so big.
I still can't believe that you walked around with that and another little suitcase when you got to London. You were like trudging it upstairs and shit.
Oh, yeah. I thought, let's do the London thing. We're going to be locals because we live here now. We're going to take the fucking tube. You know what a local would never do? Take the tube with their suitcase the size of their boyfriend. That's what they wouldn't do.
It was so big.
It was so big. And the tube is the subway for those of you who don't know. And the tube does not have, elevators.
No, right.
It's ancient.
Yeah.
It's literally so old. There are only stairs and lots and lots of them.
Yeah. Some of them are big stairs.
Huge stairs. Some of them might have an escalator that leads you to more stairs.
Right. But like the stairs like right at the top usually that lead to the surface are usually decently long and no escalators.
No escalator.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. You do. You remember so correctly.
I almost like can't believe that you did it, to be honest.
Yeah, same. And also I had thrown up on the plane.
Yeah.
That was maybe the worst day of my life now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like moving to a new country could not have been less smooth.
Yeah. No, that sounded like a shit show.
It was absolutely miserable. So yeah, I still have that suitcase, but we don't use it a ton because when else are you going to need a suitcase that can fit a human inside of it? Not that often.
Did you tell that whole story during the trains and planes automobiles episode? Because that's kind of a fucked story.
I don't think I did. I probably told it. Maybe I told it during Molly's episode, but I actually don't know if I did.
Yeah.
What story? Are we talking about like me vomiting?
Well, you can gloss over that. You vomited on the plane, but wasn't there a bunch of like complications with transportation when you got there, even after the subway?
Well, here's the thing. We're going to a new country. This is Study Abroad 2017. We're about to have the time of our fucking lives. I get on I had the flu, like the worst I've ever had. I've never had the flu before.
Yeah, damn. I forgot about that.
So the 3 weeks before that, I was down out for the count, and I was literally supposed to like leave, and I had the worst flu I've ever had in my literal entire life. Like I couldn't get up off my parents' couch for like 2 weeks. I remember the day that I finally felt like I could like stand up, and we went to go get a smoothie at Smoothie King, me and my mom, because I was like, that's all I want right now is just a big
crazy.
fat smoothie. And like, yeah, I loaded it up with antibiotics because you can do that there.
Right.
And that was it. Yeah, those was awful. And also broke college kid. I'm like, I need those last 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
Like need them.
Right.
I think I went on study abroad with like $1,000. Like what the fuck?
That's so fucked up.
So yeah, but that's besides the point. So then whatever, I'm on these antibiotics trying to get rid of my flu and I'm about to go on study abroad. My mom packs me like a little snack. So I think she gave me like, I don't know why, because you can just like buy snacks in an airport. That's like what you do. Like, why would you want to like I brought like clementines through security. So stupid. But because I remember that's what I threw up. So anyways, I ate these fucking clementines on the plane. Me and Molly were lucky that we had the whole row to ourselves. So then we were a seat apart. And frankly, we didn't know each other that well yet.
Yeah, right.
And so we were a seat apart. Molly fell asleep. I fell asleep for a little while. But something about my antibiotics and then flying, I was feeling really nauseous. Like, I don't get nauseous. I don't get sick on planes.
Right,
like,
yeah.
That's not me.
That's not me.
I'm not owning that as a personality trait. So it was definitely because of the antibiotics, and all I had eaten were these fucking clementines, and I was feeling so sick. And I put I was wearing my stupid little hat, and I put my stupid little hat over my face. I don't know why. I was like, oh, we're going to London and wear the hat. And you can't like put the hat in the suitcase or it will get smushed. So I wore the hat. So I put my hat over my face to try and like just get myself to stop thinking about it. Also, so other people couldn't see. I was just like, and I tried to go to sleep. Like I was like, if you go to sleep, you won't throw up. Who throws up in their sleep? Not me. So
again.
So yeah. So whatever, it clearly was not working. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I actually might have to throw up. This is so embarrassing. And I hate throwing up. Like, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, you have a panic
I cannot
attack.
throw up. I have a full blown, especially like whatever. Sometimes you throw up because you're drunk. Then you're drunk. You don't know that you're really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I can throw up. If I have to throw up sober, are you kidding? There's absolutely nothing worse. There is nothing fucking worse. I would have rather jumped off the plane. Literally. I would rather go skydiving, which I think is a very scary thing to do, than throw up. I just hate it. Like, I have a full-blown panic attack. I hyperventilate. I sob.
Yeah.
I freak out. Like, I can't handle it.
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know why. I just it's like the worst thing in the whole wide world. So I'm panicking. I'm with somebody I don't know very well who I very much want to become my friend. And how embarrassing if I'm so stupid and throw up on the plane.
Oh no.
And so I don't
And
want
it's the long ass one, right? It's like the 13-hour one?
Yeah.
Or
well, it's not
9 hours?
Yeah, it's like 9. Oh my God, yeah. So I really didn't want to embarrass. Plus, she's asleep. Like, what am I going to wake her up and be like, hey, I'm going to be that loser who has to throw up on her flight? Like, what?
You had to get past her to go out?
No, I was on the outside, but more just for like telling someone, just like,
I guess.
I don't know, being like, hey.
Maybe just don't.
Yeah, or like, what? Well, then I just am throwing up next to her.
They have puke bags. You could have gone for it.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you would warn somebody, like, hey, I'm about to throw up.
Oh, I mean, I would go to the bathroom if you can make it. Yeah.
That's what I tried to do. So then I stood up and I tried to go to the bathroom, and both of the Bev cart ladies were on either side of me.
We're closing in on you.
Yes, and I was like, this could not be more fucked.
I forgot that detail. Oh my God.
And that takes forever on one of those big ass planes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huge. It's a huge plane.
It's like a 20-minute ordeal.
Yeah. Oh no, that's like an hour long. It's like a huge plane, like one of those ones where there's 2 and then 3 and then 2.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm not getting out any of there anytime soon. So I sat back down and I was like, all right, fuck this. And I threw up in my mouth several times. I had my lips sealed tight. I was pressing my fingers on my mouth.
I don't know how much more detail we should go into.
And it was just Clementine's is all it was.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Anyway, so you had a terrible flight.
So that was fucking awful, and I didn't ever tell Molly. I was doing that. I had my hat over my face. I never told Molly. I was like,
does she know to this day?
She knows now.
Okay.
I think I ended up making it like a Finstagram caption.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I told her after the fact as soon as I knew I could trust her. But yeah, and then whatever, we get there, we're in the middle of like, I don't know, fucking London, wherever you get off the train. I can't even think now. It has a name. It's iconic. You would know it if I said it, but
Piccadilly?
No.
Okay. Anyway.
That is a tube station, but it's not that.
Okay.
So we get there. I'm like, oh, I've been here before. I've got us. Like, I've been here. I was here for like 1 week one time.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, we can take the tube. And also, if you're thinking about this, we're brand new here. We don't have fucking SIM cards yet. I don't have internet.
Yeah.
Unless I can connect to a free Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
So we take the tube all the way into the city, which definitely took us like an hour, maybe 2, probably like an hour and 45 minutes, like something long. It takes a long time. And you're getting on and off. Like you're not just on it and you magically show up where you're supposed to. Like you're taking it to a location, getting on another one, which means you're going upstairs and downstairs. And we both have these huge suitcases. We've been flying for 9 hours. Like what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
But also we're broke and like a cab would have been expensive, but
totally
worth the price.
Probably
to get
that
there
point.
in like maybe a half hour, like
right.
So dumb. And we were going to go to my dorm first, or my flat.
Yeah.
So we went to go find it, and we were like in the middle. So I was in Shoreditch, which is, I don't know, like a little hipster part of London. It's very much like very much in the city though. Like I'm zone 1.
Right.
So we're over there and everything is cobblestone. We're dragging our stupid suitcases across all this cobblestone. I have no idea where the fuck my dorm is. And we're just like literally wandering all over the place for like literally like 2 hours. We could not find it. And that's because it's not really a dorm. It's a flat. It's just a brick fucking building and you have to go find, like it doesn't say University of Westminster. Like it's not. So we literally spent so long looking for it. We walked back and forth with all of our literally all of our belongings.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Our 6 months worth of belongings.
Yeah. You had a fat suitcase that could fit me, and then a regular size suitcase and a big duffel bag, right? Is that right? Am I remembering correctly?
I only had the duffel bag and the suitcase and like a backpack. I didn't buy.
Okay.
I bought the second suitcase while I was there.
Oh my God.
And I sent that one home with my parents when they visited.
That's so funny.
Obviously, I had to go shopping. It's London. Me and my $1,000.
Yeah. Buying a shirt.
No, I definitely bought a lot of things while I was there. It was the best. Thanks, parents. What would I do without you? No, I probably had like more than $1,000, but definitely not.
I would imagine, yeah.
Definitely not that much. Anyways. And then we finally fucking found it. Like, I'm not kidding. I don't even know what time it was, but it took a long, long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you have to haul it up like 3 flights of stairs because the dorms don't have, so ridiculous. And then my room is like, the size of our closet.
I kind of hated your room.
I mean, it was disgusting.
It smelled, your flat smelled so weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a distinctively bad smell, but I really hated being there, to be honest.
Oh my God, I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like negative, but like something about it just stressed me out. So the smell just stressed me out so much. That's true. I was pretty sick. You
had like a horrible, horrible sinus infection.
Yeah, that was fucking whack.
So that probably has something to do with it.
Yeah. I haven't told you that?
No.
Yeah, that's shit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We could
it's okay.
Stayed it anywhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Because, the whole time we also had to sleep on my twin bed.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Never again.
But yeah, basically we did all that. Then we had to go find Molly's dorm, which was literally so fucking far away. It was a zone 1. She was like zone fucking 4 or something insane. It was so far away. It was not even London. Like it literally wasn't. It was outside of the city. And then I had to find my way back alone after that.
Yeah, that's what I remember that part too. Like,
no internet still, no SIM card.
What's up.
No, and it was like literally 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
I should have just stayed there. I didn't, but like I also was we didn't, again, don't know each other that well. I'm sure we both wanted to be alone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that day was literally miserable. I'm feeling like there's something else. Maybe I'll check my Instagram later to see what it was, but
yeah.
But that one, at least, there were no travel issues. That was just like, personal issues. We had something going on, which was unlike this trip. Absolutely no personal issues. Feeling great. Ready to have the best weekend ever. Very much so in need of a vacation.
Yeah.
Very excited to see now one of my very, very good friends, Molly O'Brien, and going to visit her new home in Austin. And it's actually funny. Oh, amazing that I'm telling that story because, this whole trip was based around all of my study abroad friends getting back together.
Yeah. So
I didn't say that part yet.
No, right.
So yeah, so it's been, we saw each other one time after study abroad. Well, all of us together. I've seen everyone sporadically, but the last time we were all together, we visited my friend Abby in Mizzou, and that was like 4 years ago. So this was like our first big time reunion, which was like so much fun. It was so good to see everybody. Yes. It was just so silly. It honestly felt like no time had passed. Like I felt like I was back in 2017.
Nice. Time fucking flies, man.
So that's what I did this weekend, and it was so much fun. I went a day early. I flew out on Wednesday, and I flew out of the Madison airport, like I said. And I get to the airport, and the Madison airport is just so funny. Like the guy who's checking my bag, I had my like High Noon Saloon shirt on, which is the music venue here in Madison, and one of my faves, which is of course why I bought merch. And he's like, oh my God, do you work at the High Noon? I was like, no, I just really like it there. And he was like, oh yeah, they always have great music. Like I miss it. So we were bonding over that.
Nice.
My bag damn near weighs 50 pounds, but he chose to ignore it, probably because we were just having a friendly conversation.
There you
and then
go.
he was like, oh, it's going to be like, you have to go up to the TSA lady up there because she works there like at night. And
Oh, no way.
She's probably going to like your shirt. She was busy when I didn't go down her line, so she didn't see. But
okay. That's funny.
That's how it is at the Madison airport.
Right.
And then you get all the way through and you probably know 10 people upstairs.
Oh, straight up.
I didn't, but I also didn't want to make eye contact.
Yeah.
I was very flustered. I had like I was rushed to the airport. I don't know. It was like I probably should have planned much better. I worked that day and things just literally got fucking batshit crazy. And then all of a sudden I had my flight in 30 minutes.
It happens.
But we made it. And so Madison Airport, very pleasant. You get there, you're fine. And then you just get on your flight. I've never had a problem there. Everything goes so smoothly.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Never had an issue there. Meanwhile, I fucking land in Dallas because it is, of course, the Madison Airport's so small, they don't have direct flights like fucking anywhere. So
right.
No direct flights to Austin. So I lay over in Dallas and it was just like an hour.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to get on my next flight. These are the ones where things always get messed up too. It's like one of those, like, my flight's going to be 40 minutes because I'm just flying from fucking Dallas to Austin, Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, and of course this is when that happens. So
right.
We are sitting there. We're like supposed to get on this flight. Our gate, where everyone's at the gate, it's like time to board, and they keep delaying it just by like 15 minutes for maintenance issues, you know. And then another 15 minutes goes by, and they're like, "Oh, it's not ready yet." 15 minutes more. They kept. I swear to God, that went on for like an hour and 15 minutes, like literally so long.
Wait, is this on the way there?
Yeah, this was on the way there.
Okay.
I was texting you.
Yeah.
You have the worst memory ever. You don't remember?
I just thought, I didn't know if you'd skip to the second part because it was similar.
No, it was on the way there.
Okay.
On my way to have a, and now I can't decide which one is worse. I think, I guess it really depends.
Yeah.
I guess it really depends. Cause like for me, I was just going a night early. So it's not like I was missing out on everyone yet. It was just going to be me and Molly hanging out, and like, we didn't have a plan, you know, so it's not like I was missing any plans. Yeah. Like, you don't want to get delayed on your flight on the way to something because you're missing fun, right? Like, that sucks. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened to me. Super delayed. It kept getting worse and worse. Like, I was supposed to, my original time to get there would have been like 10 p.m. Yeah. Which is late, but not like that bad. And then they were like, oh, the gate, we have to change gates. We can't use this plane anymore. So then we all get directed to a new gate, have to get on a stupid fucking shuttle. Everyone's fucking pissed. There are like these, and like, again, it's a flight within the state of Texas. So like everyone's so mad. Everyone's just trying to go home. There was like these three dudes who just went to like some baseball game, and the guy like throws his hat on the ground. He's fucking pissed. And they're like, we just want to go home. Like, and I think they lost the baseball game. So, you know, just overall bad experience. Yeah. So everyone's complaining, and we all go over to the next gate or whatever, and we sit down, and then of course announcement comes on, and they're like, well, we weren't planning on using this plane tonight, so the cleaning crew has to come through. Damn. So they have to get all the way over here, and then they have to clean the whole fucking plane, and then we can get on. Right. So that took like another like 40 minutes. Jesus. So I didn't end up getting there until like midnight, which then of course, like, you get there at 10, you maybe even could still go get dinner. Yeah. You get there at midnight, you're going home. Right. You're going to sleep. Which is what we did. Yeah. And then, of course, we stayed up late because we were like, well, we have to catch up first. Right. So we went to bed at like 2. Which actually was kind of just the theme of the weekend. Like, I think my new bedtime is just 2 now. Yeah. Except for last night. Yeah. You fell asleep in under a minute. Yeah. At 9:30 or some shit. I was very tired because I kept going to bed at 2. But yeah, so I mean, you know, like, that just sucks. Then Molly has to come. She's waiting, you know, like, she can't. Right. I don't know. The whole thing, hot mess. Yeah, totally. But then I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, there has to be nothing. Like, hopefully there's just nothing wrong now, you know, like, on the way home. Like, that just has to be. Like, there's no way the universe would do this to me twice. That's what I'm thinking. And on the way there, like, especially when it keeps getting delayed by like 15 minutes, because you're not going to leave. You're not going to get up and go do something. I was so hungry, like, that whole day, because I had such a hard work day. Mm-hmm. The only meal I had eaten was breakfast because you made me eggs.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Misho.
Hey, Misha, we're recording a podcast.
Misha wants to be in on it.
Anyways, so I didn't eat anything, so I'm starving by the time we got to the airport. Didn't have enough time to eat the Madison one, which is where I was planning on buying snacks because I was so rushed. I literally got there, my flight was boarding, and I had to get on. But yeah, I could have probably eaten, like, I was like, oh, an hour layover at the Dallas airport. Like, you kind of just need to get to your gate and go.
Yeah, that's true.
But then when shit keeps getting only delayed by 15 fucking minutes, like, I'm not going to lose my nice window seat.
Right.
And so, like, I could have had, like, maybe, like, a nice little one-person meal at the TGI Fridays, but I was like, I'm not going to get up and go do that right now because we don't know how long I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it could have
everything's
been
up in
15
the air.
minutes,
Yeah,
right.
that's what they were fucking saying. So, that didn't happen, and it didn't work out for us, and then us being me.
Right.
And so whatever. I was just fucking stupid. And then I had the best weekend of all weekends.
There you go.
And then I had to fly home super early. All of our flights were all over the place. Like, we were all from different places. So my friend Abby, she lives in Columbia, Missouri right now. Kelsey, I'm assuming flew out of New York, but I actually don't know. She's like been living at home in Maryland during COVID. Lauren's from Long Island. Like, we're just from all over the place. So everyone's flights were at different times. But me and Abby's were early. Abby's was at like 7 a.m. I think, and mine was at 8:30. And like the night before, I was looking at Ubers and stuff. We weren't going to get any sleep anyways. Like, I think I went to bed around 3:45, maybe 4.
Yeah.
And like, I was at that point, what's the difference of getting 2 hours of sleep or like 1? Really,
totally.
There's not much of one.
For real.
And so I woke up at 5 because I knew that's when Abby was getting up. So I quite literally got like an hour and 15 minutes of sleep. It was so stupid. And I woke up at 5 and I was like, oh, let me just check my Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked like what it would be like to get an Uber around 6.
Right.
For my 8:30 flight, and like it was like $80. Like, it was like something literally insane. And I also really hate riding in Ubers alone. I don't know. I just don't. As a woman, I don't think it's that safe.
Yeah.
Granted, maybe at 6 in the morning. I don't know. Maybe it's different.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, there's like the small talk. I have nothing to say to you. Just take me to the fucking airport. I literally don't want to speak to you.
Please.
I don't want to interact with you. I just want you to lift my suitcase into your trunk, take me to the airport, and never speak to me. So I wasn't even that excited about having that. Plus, I don't know, going to the airport alone sucks. So I just was like, whatever. I'm just going to go with Abby. She'd already scheduled hers. I knew hers was only $45, and split between 2 people, that's much better than $80.
Yeah, for real.
So, and actually, we just so happened to have a deaf Uber driver. So he didn't say a damn word, which was, I mean, it couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of cool because like they tell you ahead of time, like I think it was like just a heads up, like your Uber driver is deaf and or hard of hearing or something.
Oh, on the app?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah. So anyways, so I went to the airport early. On top of everything that I'm about to tell you, I went to the airport fucking early because I was like, sure, why not? Plus, I knew I had to check a bag on the way home. So I get there. I roll up with Abby. I was like, Abby, you should just go through security because I know that your flight is actually like kind of soon. Mm-hmm. It was so fucking busy at the airport. I didn't know it was going to be that busy. Like, their airport is not Madison size, but it's not big. Like, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
It's not big, and it's very, very nice. But it was just like a literal shit ton of bachelor parties, like just like boys in flip flops, really hungover on their way home. Like, yeah, and they did. They looked like boys, not men.
Yeah,
even though I think they were. So yeah, super packed airport. Everyone in sweatpants, and yeah, a lot of flip flops, which is, I hate men in flip flops. Also, what a gross airport shoe. Like, let's talk about that for a second. You have to take those off. Like, you have to take those off.
Have some socks on, please.
Have socks on. I think it is so gross when people wear sandals. unless you're wearing socks with your sandals, you are taking those off and you're walking on gross floor that everyone walks barefoot on. Ew.
Thousands and thousands of people.
Every day. Every single day.
Yeah.
Ew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bad choices.
The worst. So it took so long. I had to like stand in a stupid line in American Airlines to even just get the bag tag, because you had to like do the self bag tag.
Oh, okay.
So like at those little kiosks.
That sucks.
Then you had to get back in line to like get in the normal line to go up to the front with your bag tag and talk to a person, where they just take your fucking bag.
Yeah.
Like, that's so dumb.
That is ridiculous. Just put it on there.
Just put it on there. Just have one line.
That's so weird.
It's going to happen faster if someone else does it for me anyways, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
I couldn't even figure out how to scan my fucking thing. Then on top of that, it's like print your boarding passes, all this bullshit. I don't want one, because you know what I did? Charge my phone like everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't want this. And so whatever, I like printed all this fucking shit off, and then I got like a receipt for my bag tag, and then I got in the other line, and then the guy's like yelling at me. It's 5 a.m, and he is like, no, this isn't, you don't have a bag tag. And I was like, I printed off this is all it gave me. And he's like, well, you don't have one. And I was like, I didn't print one. And he was like, you have to press bag tag. And I was like, I fucking pressed bag tag like I did.
Oh my God.
And then he like escorted me back through that line and basically was like, this woman needs a kiosk. So I get back to a kiosk, and then it doesn't even give you the option to press bag tag again, because it knows I already pressed it.
Oh, what the fuck?
So then I had to flag down another lady, and then I was like, I need some help. And she was like, I've got your back. And she just like printed it for me. I have no idea how she did it, but she like literally needed to type in her employee code and stuff. Like I couldn't, like it just like I couldn't have done it.
That's fucked.
So then that's when I was telling you how I kind of like jumped the line. I skipped it, and it wasn't even my fault.
Yeah.
I printed mine, and my kiosk happened to be like right at the kind of like where the people were.
Right.
And like, airport people just yell at you.
Yeah, that's all they want to do.
And the lady was just like, ma'am, like, come here. Like, no, ma'am, you need to come right here, right now. And I was like, fucking fine. Like, I'm going to do exactly what you say. You're scaring me. And so then so I basically skipped like the second version of the line where you had to go back with your bag tag. So
sure. Okay. Well, that's good.
So that was good. Also, my on the way home, so on the way there, it weighed 49.5.
Okay.
And then I did buy 2 things.
Wow.
And then on the way home, it weighed 50.5.
Oh, no.
But she seemed like she was in such a hurry, she didn't notice.
There you go.
So that was good. But that was like the only good thing that happened to me at this airport. So then I like got all the way finally through security. It took for fucking ever. And by that time, like I was maybe going to go meet up with Abby again, just to like say bye and send her off.
Yeah.
And then she was already boarding, and her plane, like her gate was like the opposite end of the airport as mine. So whatever. We just kind of agreed not to. But then I was like 2.5 hours early for my fucking flight. So that also was kind of lame. So I like went and found a coffee shop, waited in line for a really long time. I will say, being at an airport alone, great people watching. So, like at least you have entertainment. Because like I told you about that funny couple.
Oh, yeah.
They were so funny. There was just this funny couple in front of me at the airport when I was in this coffee shop line, and the lines were stupid. There were 2 of them, and they didn't really make any sense. Like there was no direction on why there were 2.
Yeah.
But then you got a little closer, and you kind of realized one of them was more for like coffee and ready-made pastries, and then the other was like more for the breakfast sandwiches.
And you said they weren't like parallel; they like converged
they were
together.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
No, it was super strange, and like there were no signs.
Right.
Like you just had to know.
Do you end up next to each other even though you're not like parallel during the line?
Yeah, but you like check out with a different person.
Yeah, right.
But yes.
Are the cashiers back to back?
No, they were like facing each other.
Okay, it's just for logistics. They keep you kind of like pushed against the restaurant or whatever, the place. It's
dumb. Like, I don't know why they do it. And if you're going to do something stupid like that, then you need to have literally so many signs. Because you know what? We are stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
We're tired. We're stupid. We're in an airport we've never been in before. Help.
Right.
You need to provide a lot of assistance. And they provided absolutely none. So anyways, I was maybe going to get a breakfast sandwich or like something, but I was not in the line where I could do something like that. And literally, I'm not even kidding, at 5 a.m, all the pastries were gone except like one thing that looked like ass.
That's
like
fucked.
Everything was gone.
So whack.
So I plucked an orange juice, and then this woman and her husband are bickering in front of me. They were probably in like they looked like around my parents' age or maybe a little bit older, and just bickering in the most classic way. Like, we're at the airport, it's early, we're hungry, and we're pissed. Like, being at an airport is stressful. It's never fun. And it was just like the most classic shit ever. And they're talking about which line they should be in, even though they're in this one. And, you know, he's just like grabbing prepackaged things like nuts. And then he's like, well, what do you want? She's like, well, I don't want anything in this line. Like, so classic. And he's like, well, you got Sandy, you know, I don't know her fucking name. Like, you have to just pick something. Like, and then she's like, I don't think we're supposed to be in this line. And then he's like, well, then let's get out of this line and go to the other fucking line. And she's like, well, I don't think we should do that. Like, so classic. No solution is the right one. And then he was like, you know what, just fucking stay here. Stay in this line. I'm going to the other line. So he goes and gets in the other line, and then I'm behind Sandy. And we're just like moving our way up. And then we get a little closer. They're literally like probably the distance I am from you now, like this time legitimately.
Yeah, yeah.
And so what is this, like 4 or 5 feet?
Yeah.
Like inching closer because, again, the lines get closer together.
Right.
And then she picks up an orange juice and calls him on the phone.
Oh my
so then
God.
they're staring at each other, but they're on the phone, and she's like, well, do you want an orange juice? And he's like, yeah, give me an orange juice. And then what do you want? Like, it's just like the funniest fucking thing. And then they get mad on the phone again about something else, and then they get even a little bit closer, and she picks something else up, and she's like, oh, she was like, well, you want coffee? She's like yelling at him now, just normal, and like not on the phone. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, well, what do you want, Americano? Or do you just want a black? Like,
oh
they're
my
just
God.
like shouting. Oh, so that was so funny. Just like so classic. Like, literally, of course. That is exactly how I feel with you anytime I'm anywhere even remotely stressful.
Yeah.
And like, do you have to add stress to the situation? But you just kind of do. I don't know. It's just like the vibes.
Yeah, you do.
So anyways, that was very entertaining. But then I literally just sat at that coffee shop, I'm not kidding, for probably like an hour and 20 minutes staring at the wall.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
I'm hungover. I'm tired. I'm way too early to be at this fucking airport. I don't know. I was like kind of nervous too that we would see like a random stranger that I had met out at the bar. Like I was like, I just like, shit, I'm going to stare at the wall.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to look at anybody. So that's what I did for a while. And I drank my whole orange juice, and then I drank like a large iced coffee, and that's all I had.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got like weirdly jacked. So that wasn't the best.
Okay.
And like on an empty stomach too. And like the whole weekend I had just been like, I don't know why. Whenever I'm around Molly O'Brien, all I do is get really highly caffeinated. And it's not like I don't drink coffee. I drink coffee almost every day at home. Like I love coffee. I drink it all the time. But like I over caffeinate myself around that woman, and I think she does the same. Like I think it's something that happens
with you guys together
Yeah.
only. That's funny.
I mean, I remember the last time I visited her in Eau Claire, and I had the most coffee I've ever had in a day in my entire life. Yeah. So anyway, so that was happening, and then finally, like, my flight starts boarding, and I was like, oh, thank God. We get on the plane. This is just, like, my stupid small flight.
Right, to Denver.
To Denver. To Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, 100% Dallas.
Yeah.
The
other D.
Yeah, the other one. And, you know, whatever. It goes... We get delayed by, like, 30 minutes. We get on the plane, too. Like, it's not like... we just, like, there were other flights taking off. There just, like, wasn't room.
Right.
Or something stupid.
That sucks.
And I don't even think it was room at our airport. I think there wasn't room where we were landing.
Oh, shit.
Which, like, first of all, how do you know that 40 minutes in advance? I don't just fly there and fly around for a second and tell you, like, what does that even mean?
I don't think it works like that.
I literally think it did. They was like, we can't get into our gate or something.
No, I don't think you can just go there and fly around for a little second is what I mean.
Why not?
They're very, very... deliberate with their trajectories and their flight paths, so they don't
just like do a couple loops. Go around the block.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that thinking.
Then see if there's a parking spot this time.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
That seems like the right thing to do. So anyway, we literally just didn't take off the tarmac. Everyone's seated. We're buckled in. All of it didn't take off. That one too. I had a window seat, so like. Yeah. I was like, we're good. This has to be a good plane ride. I have a window seat. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I did have like a man next to me. I hate when people want to talk to me, especially when it's 5 a.m. and I'm hungover and highly caffeinated. I don't want to talk to anyone on the plane anyways, especially when I'm traveling alone. Like I've never been.
I don't like talking to people.
I don't
on
like
planes.
that. Like maybe I'll do like a courtesy hi when I'm going to come squeeze past you to sit down. But other than that, that's it. We've exchanged
I'm here
our
to
niceties.
sleep, basically.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
And right. Like I actually did want to go. I was probably had too much caffeine to sleep, but I was like, definitely, I had the window seat, which is like when you do the sleeping too. Like,
right.
I have the sleeping spot.
Yeah.
Don't speak to me. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to take a nap. And he sits down. He wants to talk to me about how busy it was at the airport and how much of a surprise it was. Like, yes, sir. Sure. I am also not from here. All airports are busy. But if you are surprised, then I'm sure it was surprising. Then he's telling me how many airline miles he's got in the last 2 years. Congrats. You fly a lot. That's great for you.
Shut up, dude.
I don't give a fuck. And like, the plane hadn't even taken off yet. And I'm doing like a weird, like, nodding off. Clearly it wasn't going to be good sleep because of how much coffee I had.
Yeah.
Like you just do like the head drops. So then I think he kind of got the message and just kind of stopped trying to talk to me. And then he picked the lady next to me on the other side.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk to her about his VR headset and all these cool video games he's been playing. And how his buddy that he always plays video games with just moved to Hawaii and he misses him so much. Poor Michael, he misses him. And then he's trying to talk to talking about how he went and visited him one time and like, I don't know, that guy likes to take these underwater videos. So he did this cool trick. He said, this man is 60 and like a lot of pounds, big guy. And he's like, so I picked up this cool rock and I set it on my lap and I took it all the way to the bottom of the water with me so I could like sit down there and film, and the shots were awesome. And he was like, wow, this is the best. I want to be able to do that. And like, then they were practicing how long they could hold their breath. And then yesterday just so happened to be this guy's birthday, because of course it fucking was. Of course you're going to drop that it was your birthday yesterday. And then the girl's like, oh, happy birthday. Like, of course we're talking about that. And yeah, for some reason, all these like kids in Africa call him on his birthday because he sent them a VR headset like last year, and they talked for a while. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? And
it's
then
7 a.m. Please stop talking.
Yeah, and then he's telling her like, yeah. So if you get bored, follow my Twitch stream or whatever the fuck.
Nice.
I got 4,000 followers. It's not many, but it's a little something. And she's like, oh, that sounds like a lot. Like just being way too nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that man sucked. And also like sucked because he kind of was a little smelly. I mean, you always kind of feel bad when they're like, but also I'm mad.
Right.
Like I am mad at you a little bit for being so smelly and so close to me.
Yeah.
But then you feel bad because I don't know.
Maybe it's not
I
their
feel
fault.
bad that you're smelly. Like,
Yeah,
and
right.
you're so close to me. You probably don't want to be either. But he didn't seem to have a problem with it. So what an annoying person to be next to on my flight. He literally even kicked me on the way out, like just to top it off, dude. Really? So I get off my plane. I'm 30 minutes late. I was literally panic texting you.
Yeah.
I was really panicked, and I thought I was going to start crying on the plane because we're 30 minutes late. But my layover was only like 45 minutes, maybe not even. Like that's not really enough time sometimes.
It's not. No. Yeah.
Like getting off of a plane takes 20 minutes.
Yeah, especially at a big airport.
And it took forever. Like everyone's doing the thing where you're standing for so long, and we like weren't even at our gate yet.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know, horrible. So I knew I was like so panicked, and plus I had checked a fucking bag. So like even if I make my flight, that thing's not gonna.
Yeah.
Whatever. I kind of still tried. Another couple. Well, not like a couple. It was a brother and sister duo, and actually their parents weren't far behind. A family was like also going to my same gate. Like I heard them say like, oh, we're going to be late. And like, it was of course you have to get on the tram.
Yep.
Of course.
Fuck that.
It can't just be the one next door.
Nope.
Has to get on the tram. So I take the stupid tram. I'm the first one to the gate. And then the brother or sister show up right behind me. And I technically made it before my plane was supposed to take off, and it was still there, but it was like boarding had closed. There wasn't anybody at the desk.
That's so fucked.
So I'm immediately feeling defeated, very panicked. The like brother and sister are fucking pissed, and then they do a funny bickering thing too. and like we both like the brother and I immediately just went over and looked at the monitor. Like I'm just like searching for M. Like where's the next Madison, Milwaukee, anything? And he's like, there wasn't another Madison one on there, and there was a Milwaukee one, but it also pretty much just taken off like 15 minutes ago.
Right.
He's pissed and he keeps yelling things, and then he goes up to his sister and he's like, why aren't you saying anything? Like, it was like Oh, yeah, classic. And then I told you that I missed my flight, and I think I immediately texted my parents, and I just didn't even fucking know what to do. Like, why isn't there a person standing here?
Yeah,
there
I
need to be
feel
a
like,
person telling me what the fuck to do right now.
especially when they know there's a connecting flight that's late. I feel like that's almost like guaranteed that they would have someone there.
Well, so that's what I honestly thought was even more crazy. Like, a Madison flight, that's going to be pretty small, and it was. Like, it's like one of those ones where, like,
Yeah.
you're row 11 and you're close to the back of the plane, you know,
Right,
like
yeah.
this is a small flight. There's not a lot of us. And a lot of us had come from Austin. Like there were like
Right.
8 people, but you know, like more and more kept coming. And there was another girl too, who seemed like she came from maybe a different connecting flight.
Was it the same airline for both flights for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's usually tracked.
And it's so, I don't know. If we're this close, it seems like maybe just wait.
Yeah, totally.
And guarantee you, no one's doing a connecting flight from Madison. Like that's not what's going on here.
Right.
You know, like everyone here is going home.
Yeah, exactly.
Or to their destination. You're not catching another flight from the Madison. You just don't do that.
No, right. That is the final destination.
Yeah. So that was fucking stupid. And of course, then the lady finally comes out and she's mean. And like, of course she's mean. Everyone at the airport is so fucking mean. What is with that?
Sounds like the
if
worst
you fucking
job.
hate, yeah, but then don't work there, you know? Like, if you're going to go work there, you need to be nice because, you know, it's already stressful traveling. And, you know, what sucks is you guys. Like nobody wants that.
Oh, God.
So she comes out, she talks to the family first, and she's like, the next flight to Madison. So mind you, I've already been at the airport way too early.
Yeah.
It's like 10 a.m. or something now. My flight was supposed to be at 10:20. Yeah, it was like 10:22. That's when my flight was supposed to take off, and I was supposed to be home at a sweet 12:45 in the afternoon. Like that is exactly the time that I wanted to be home. That's perfect, amazing. I get to hang out with the rest of my Sunday, decompress, maybe take a nap.
Yeah.
Have some time to chill before Monday.
Alas.
That's all I wanted. So I missed my stupid flight, and then she tells the family that the next flight isn't until 7 p.m. And then I'm like, no, like I would rather kill myself right now than spend 9 hours in the Dallas airport by my fucking self. How horribly awful. I hate being in the airport. And like, what am I gonna do? I always have to go back to the fucking TGI Fridays. Like I don't have options. And so, but then she like told that to the family. Then I went up there and she was like, oh, like she just handed me my ticket and she was like, I put you on a flight that leaves at 2:30. And I was like the last seat. Yeah. So that was nice. She definitely wasn't like nice to me, but she didn't seem as mad at me. Because I was trying not to act mad. I think I also probably just looked really fucking sad.
Just heartbroken.
Like literally devastated. Yeah. So then, I mean, you know, 4 hours is better than 9 hours.
Yeah, totally.
And then I called you and you took like a solid, probably, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours up of that time, which was so the best. He really wanted to hang up on me. He actually tried pretty hard. And I called him right back. Then I walked around for a little while. Sat at a Panera. I actually sat at the Panera for a really long time, even though I was done eating, because I really didn't want to put my mask back on.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst parts is you have to sit in the airport the whole time with your stupid mask.
Yeah, we're so used to not having them anymore.
Yeah.
It's only been a couple weeks,
like,
but it feels like
I'm going to wear mine.
normal.
I'm not trying to be a fucking bitch about it, but I haven't, when's the last time I wore a mask for 8 hours or 4 hours straight?
Right.
You know?
Straight up.
Yeah. So that happened, and I was so pissed about it. And being at an airport, but like, ugh, how boring. And I was just like trying to find gates where the flight wasn't anytime soon, just to find a place to like sit.
Yeah.
That would be quiet, not that busy. Everyone's shouting. Like, why is everyone shouting? The speakers are so loud. Then there are always those people driving the old people around on those carts. And they're always like, move out of the way. Car
Giant
coming through.
beeps.
Like,
beep,
they're always,
beep.
yeah, and the beeps. Everyone's shouting.
It's a stressful place.
So stressful. And then, of course, I didn't get a window seat. I had a window seat on my other flight.
Yep.
But I got a fucking B. And then, you know what that is? Middle seat. Because, of course, that's going to be the last one left.
Just kicked you when you're down.
But I got on that plane finally, alas. And And it was like the daughter ended up being next to me. So I think all four of them made it onto my flight. Mom got first class.
Shout out mom.
And then the rest of the family was kind of all spread out, and the daughter sat next to me. And it was kind of funny too, because we didn't really acknowledge it. Like, she sat down, and I thought about saying something, but I was just kind of like, I don't really feel like talking to anybody. I've had a long day.
Yeah.
And then I feel like she thought about it too, and all she ended up saying to me was, "I like your shoes." It was almost even more funny.
Yeah, right.
Like, here we are having a conversation like we are strangers, but like, I know something about you.
Right. You'll probably see her around Madison.
All I want to say to her is like, congratulations. Like, I'm happy for you
yeah,
guys.
we did it.
Yeah, we made it. Yeah, and then the flight honestly wasn't so bad. I downloaded some podcasts ahead of time. Not my own. I did that on my last flight. I did listen to my own podcast like a narcissist, but it was the only thing I had downloaded. But then, and like in terms of seat partners, the ones I had on this flight were much better. But then the man next to me like forced his pretzels on me. Like, if you don't want the pretzels, you shouldn't have taken the fucking pretzels.
Yeah.
And I like had my headphones in, and so did he. And he like, was like, mouth like, "Do you want my pretzels?" And I had just eaten all of my like, "No, I don't want these."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh no, that's okay, thank you." Kind of like mouthed it because we both had our headphones in. And then he was like, "No, like, I'm not gonna eat them." And I was like, "Fucking me neither, sir." And then he put his pretzels on my tray table. Like, he was like, that's like, what the fuck
dude.
are you like? Just wait for the trash lady to come around. Like, why are you giving me your fucking pretzels?
Super weird.
Get them. And I don't even like, I'm done with my tray table. I ate I ate the snack.
Right. Yeah.
I'm putting this
hell?
up now.
That's so weird.
Wasn't that so weird? I just didn't understand what was going on.
Like, do you see the trash lady coming?
Right.
I don't want I'm not the trash lady.
I don't need to throw your shit. Like, you can do it.
Yeah, for real.
Or wait until she's closer. Just like, like, there were 10 things weird about it. Like, I don't know what the motivation was. No, I don't want your fucking, I'm not going to eat these.
He's just like, this is your problem now. It's like, dude, who are you?
Literally. Oh my God. And I know. And he took the little bottled water that they were offering, and he had like a giant Smart Water.
Fuck off, dude.
What is wrong with you, sir? What could possibly be going through your mind? So I hope I don't see him walking around Madison.
He might be listening to this podcast.
He might. Yeah, right. He has headphones. He was also watching some really strange movie on his. He had his little phone. He had one of those little like kickstand thingies.
Yeah.
Cases. And then I don't know what movie it was because I didn't want to look at it too hard, and I don't know. So it felt like something he should be watching in private. It was like a bunch of like little men in like tidy whities for like a long time. Like, it wasn't just one scene.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
It's very strange. I was sitting next to some, I don't know.
Some characters.
Like, and why? Why can't I just have like someone like the normal girl?
Right.
I just want the normal girl who likes my shoes. But then I finally fucking made it home, thank God. I had the worst stomachache ever, because sometimes that happens to me on planes.
Yeah.
Got home, immediately took a shower.
Yep.
And then we went to dinner, and I couldn't formulate my thoughts, so I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. That was funny as hell, though. You just like weren't really saying anything.
Yeah, I like couldn't. I really couldn't. I had so much coffee because then I didn't want to fall. I don't ever want to fall asleep if I'm in the middle seat because I don't want to I don't know whose shoulder I'm gonna end up on, or I just don't want to be doing the nodding off thing.
Blocking people from going to the bathroom.
All of it.
Yeah, fuck that.
So then I drank a bunch of coffee. And I was fighting the urge to fall asleep so hard, which is almost even worse. That's like the worst feeling in the whole wide world.
Right.
It's like you're trying so hard not to be tired.
It's hard.
I'm like taking really deep breaths. I'm trying to sit up as straight as possible. I'm trying to like open my eyes really wide. And like if you looked at me, I probably looked fucking insane.
Yeah, right.
And then the girl next to me in the aisle seat was nodding off. And I was like, I get it, sister. We've been at the airport for hours.
For real.
And this day has been taxing. And then I made it home, and here I am, and now we're doing this.
Yeah, you fell asleep in literally a minute.
I was so tired.
I've never seen you fall.
That.
Yeah, you like can't do that really.
I fell asleep in my clothes too, which sucks. I was in my underwear. I hate sleeping in underwear.
you were like trying to say we should watch a movie, and I got my laptop, and you were like basically asleep, and I was like pulling up a movie. I pulled up Netflix, and you like weren't saying anything, and I was trying to like look if you were asleep, and yeah, a minute later you were out.
So tired. I know I had my earrings in, my Apple Watch on, all of it.
Yep, it's tough.
It was, and I slept the whole night through.
Yeah, you were cashed.
Mm-hmm. I felt like out of it today.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But
you're here. That's all that matters.
So true.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm never flying again. We have to go on a road trip next time.
Deal.
Just like when that shit happens. Oh my God. And I actually don't think I've ever like had a missed connecting flight. And I don't know what, because I mean, even our last flight to Denver like 2-3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
It was delayed on the way home.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on right now?
It's got to be hard, man. I can't imagine the logistics of those, like especially international airports. That is so much happening.
Yeah.
So many flights coming in, going out. You have to like coordinate with other airports around the world, I'm sure, like
but isn't that what they do? Like that is really their job.
Yeah, they might not be used to it after the pandemic.
And like and that's what I think it is. Like I think it's just, first of all, everyone wants to travel right now.
Yeah. Overwhelmed.
And yeah, I feel like they're just like overwhelmed, and also probably understaffed. I don't, I'm sure a lot of people got furloughed when there were no flights.
Right.
And then it seems like, I don't know, everyone forgot how to do their fucking job. That's what it seems like.
And Samantha had to get home 5 hours late.
Ugh, and like that's what I was saying earlier. I can't decide I don't know which one's worse now, because like you don't want to miss out on the fun of a trip, but also you are so ready to go home when you're ready to go home. Like
yeah.
No, I do not want to hang out in the Dallas airport for an extra 5 hours. And then on my flight, like my now new flight.
Yeah.
I got a notification like, we're offering, $300 rewards if you're willing to switch your flight. Absolutely fucking not.
Right.
Don't even ask me.
Yeah, the whole overbooking system is super fucked up to me.
That should be illegal. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I don't really get it.
You're certainly not bumping me. I already got bumps from one, and it wasn't even my fault.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not my fault. I showed up to the airport 3 hours early. I did everything that I needed to do, and you guys fucked it up. So, yeah. Yeah, and like, it would have been better if I was with somebody, obviously, because then that's just better.
Ripperoonie.
Mm-hmm. Just sat by myself at the Panera without my mask on. And honestly, airport Panera, not that good.
I bet.
Yeah.
Airport, most things aren't that good.
Objectively bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Probably.
My coffee was pretty good at the and that's when I probably should have just started drinking or something.
Like alcohol?
Yeah. But
At that point, fuck it, yeah. You probably would have been asleep.
I was drinking, yeah. had been drinking pretty much all weekend, so
right.
I think I was actually ready for a detox. Maybe I should have gone to the airport spa.
Oh, shit. There you go.
But we're home now, and that's all we can ask for.
Welcome home, Samantha.
And thanks for listening. I did most of the talking this episode, but...
You're good. I got new details about the stories.
Yeah. You've already heard
some
all
new
these
stories.
already, mostly.
I heard like half of that, maybe. I'm happy to do it.
That's why I love you. I missed you.
Aw.
It's so funny because that's probably the longest I've been away from you since, I don't know, in the last, 2 years straight up.
Yeah?
Because we've just been spending every waking moment together. Aren't you so lucky?
That's kind of crazy. Yes, I'm a lucky guy.
But yeah, pretty much since pre-COVID, I don't think I've been away from you for 5 days.
Yeah, probably not.
Separation anxiety.
It's tough, yeah. Being apart from me. Can't imagine.
Oh. But we're here. It's mid-June.
Made it back.
We're living it up. And I'm not going on any flights. I'm not planning another flying trip for at least a few months.
There you go.
We need a break.
It's a good plan.
From the airport atmosphere. Bad vibes in there.
Yeah, most airports in general.
Extremely, extremely bad vibes. Anyways, I hope you all missed me. I'd love to see you if you're in Madison now that I'm home. Invite me to something. I will show up. Unless it has a plane ride involved. And if you love me as much as I love you and you love my podcast, like, rate, review, subscribe, download my episodes, whatever it takes. And I have this fun thing that you can be a part of. It's my Patreon. And you can be one of my many wonderful patrons. I do fun things on there. I offer exclusive content, bonus episodes, bloopers, reels. I'll tell you a secret. It's just like a place for you and me to hang out and for you to support my podcast with your hard-earned American dollars. I love doing this, and I love that you listen. And if you love that I do this and you love listening... that is a great way to show me. So thank you so much. And I will chat with you all again next week.